Good morning, folks. This morning's video is on Starlink. We got Starlink a couple weeks ago, um, and so I was talking to Ray about it, and he said, "Oh, you should do a video on the Starlink." So here's what I've got. This little square tablet right there on the roof, closest to the edge. Here is the satellite dish that collects the feed from the actual satellite and brings it down there, and then it runs a cable down across the roof, okay, down there, and then I put a hole through the roof right at the outside of the eave so I wouldn't have to deal with leaks on the inside if it does leak. And anyway, so what you see on the right there is our new solar hot water panels, and we've got all of our stringers out. I pulled all the old solar panels off because they were dead, so I'm waiting for the new solar panels to come in, and then we'll put those back on the roof. But anyway, so right over here, as we come around the corner, is where the wire came down. Let's see, it'll take me a minute to get around the corner. I'm not flying that good. And okay, let's see if we can see that. Kind of getting blown back a little bit. There's just a light breeze. So okay, so here, if you look real closely over by the ladder, there's a wire that drops straight down there, and then that actually is where I drilled it to come into the house, so it actually comes out in my wall. I'll show you that. Okay, so that's the wire coming into the house, and then it comes down here. They gave us like 75 feet of wire, so it's coiled up. And then it comes down to this unit here, and this is the Wi-Fi unit. And then this the white box right behind it, that's the power unit that feeds everything. So that's all there is to the thing. I'll show you. I've got this diagram here that I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but this is the instructions they give you. It's real simple. And then when you set it up, you go to that code on the left, and then on your phone, and then you upload your Starlink app, and then they'll tell you exactly what you have to do to hook it up. But it's real simple. And so essentially they have it set at like 20 degrees, but I set mine straight up. It says it's off 19 degrees, but it works famously. And I'm assuming that 20 degrees is set for south. So I'm not positive, but anyway, like I said, mine's pretty much flat, straight up. I don't have any trees or anything above us, and we're close to the equator. So we're actually 20 degrees north of the equator, so I don't think that's quite so critical. But yeah, so get your phone set up, and there's actually everything. That's the directions. They don't give you anything else. And the back side of this is the dish right here. So the back side of it, this stand kicks up, and there's two holes. And I just set two 5-inch, 1/4 by 5-inch screws right through those holes and into my purlins on my roof. And then I caulk those off so it can't leak. And you know, other than having to drop the wire down through the roof and then in through the wall, it is not a big deal. The reason the wire is so high in this wall is because my roof on the other side of the house is right there. So we're kind of stuck with that. It's not a thing of beauty, but it works quite well. So, you know, if you're doing a normal house, you can bring it in down by your base mold. But I've got my roof out there, so that was as low as I could get it without impinging on the roof. So that's pretty much where we're at with this. one quick thing to let you know is I guess they've got 3 price levels. They've got the 100, what is it, the $120 one. That's their most advanced, and that's 300. I don't even know what you call it, megabytes or something, gigabytes. I don't know what it is. But then they have an $80 one that's 200, and the one I got is 100. And for the 2 of us in this house and the stuff that I do, this is more than adequate. You know, it's not like we run that much Wi-Fi in the house anyway. We've got the Wi-Fi for the computers, the phone, and our TV. And other than that, I don't think we use it. So anything else. So it's more than adequate. So the $40 one is the 100 bit. And it, at this point, I'm stoked with it. I couldn't ask for more. Now the only thing is the 40 is not available in every area. If you've got an area where there's a lot of Starlink customers, then they charge you a bunch of money for everything. Like for mine, the whole setup was, they don't even rent the equipment to you. They don't give it to you, but they loan it to you as long as you're using Starlink. And then, you know, should you decide not to go with Starlink anymore, you just have to send it back. So the initial cost was $40 plus $20 for shipping for the dish and the router and the power pack, and that was it. But like I said, if you live in a dense area, they charge you, you know, because they don't really need more people on it in the dense areas. This is to get people on in more rural areas. So depending on where you are, is what you actually pay. But and they don't have the $40 in every state either. I think it's like 20 states right now that they have it in. And eventually, when they get their rest of their satellites up, then the prices will drop across the board. At least that's as I understand it. And they were amazing to work with. I mean, they had a setup within a few hours. The lady that we talked to had it ordered, and we got our equipment within, I believe, 4 days. I was blown away with how fast it came. So, yeah, if you're thinking of Starlink or you want to save some money, especially here in Hawaii, we're not densely packed, so it's a really incredible deal. Better than any of the other competitors, so I would highly recommend making the switch if you're paying, like Sandy was paying $140 a month or something ridiculous for the thing, so it was a no-brainer for us. So anyway, with that said, I'm going to let you guys go. Aloha, and I will talk to you later.